When I was a boy,
Yeah.
I watched Four Seasons,
Ah, yes.
which was an Alan Alda film.
Yes.
And I was probably, I don't know, junior high?
I was 11 when in 81. It came out in 81.
Yeah. So I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a pretty sophisticated movie for an 8th grader to watch. But I remember watching it with my friends, like repeatedly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it just came out on cable or whatever it was, but we had access to it and we watched it over and over again. It was so special. That movie was so special.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
I was telling Alan Alda about this phenomenon, and he was so surprised because Tina Fey said the same thing. She said, I don't know why. I watched this film as an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
And I, too, and it must have been on cable one summer over and over and over.
Yeah.
But I also, that didn't mean I had to sit and watch it, but I did.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is because the tone of it, well, for one thing, I didn't, entertainment in my world as a child was not broken into, now this is for you, this is for children, and this is for adults. It was just, my family loved comedy. If comedy was on, comedy albums, be them they appropriate or not, we would listen. It was just comedy. And so if, a movie came out that was great, we watched it. It wasn't, oh, you shouldn't see this because you're a child.
It is amazing. We weren't fed all of this kid stuff.
Yeah. It wasn't like,
and then you have Carol Burnett, Alan Alda, that cast. Just insane. My Mercedes.
I know.
We were
gosh,
just kids like on the way to the pool,
and
just
Rita
screaming.
Moreno.
My Mercedes is thinking.
I forgot to ask if they did that. I mean, they obviously did that practically, and that must just be sitting at the bottom of that little lake.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The actress who played your role.
Yes.
What was her name?
Sandy
again?
Dennis.
Sandy Dennis. God, she was special. The 70s had those films had those Sandy Dennis characters who worked a lot, who just were emotionally just like available.
She was just a nerve, just a raw nerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get called to audition for that, I'm sure the journey is a little different than what I see, which is, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. You have that same kind of you're vibrating, comedically vibrating is the way I would put it.
That's a compliment, I must say.
Yeah.
Thank you, because you don't want to be comedically dead.
No, but there's like a quirk. There's a quirk that you have that she had. You're very different in some ways, but were you intimidated?
Oh, I'm still intimidated by it. I couldn't believe I got even the audition. And I really thought it was probably that, I mean, no offense to the casting world because, they're who employ us. But I really assumed that this was meant for somebody and that they were just going through the exercise of bringing people in. Yeah. I don't know for what, but that happens sometimes. I'll bust my butt on an audition and then find out, oh, this was all along meant for so-and-so.
This was meant for so-and-so.
Yeah.
They couldn't make the deal. They needed options so they could to pay them less money.
Right, or some kind of leverage or something.
Yeah.
But I really never imagined that it was a real situation, which is, I think, why I wasn't as nervous as I probably should have been.
You have to put yourself on tape, or did
No,
you? Really?
Sherry Thomas is doing in-person auditions. And if you don't know Sherry Thomas, she is the mother of all mothers of casting directors. And just getting to go in for her because she does, Handmaid's Tale and these, incredible pieces with such depth that are not just, the sketch comedy sort of world I've been in.
Yeah.
So I was thrilled just to get to audition.
That's amazing. And
I assumed by the nature of the Sandy Dennis role in the film that it would be a smaller part, that she would really sort of disappear.
Yeah,
and and I didn't know until I got the part and the script started rolling in. Oh my! I kept saying, "Oh, well, this is the episode where I die. Clearly, I will die."
Right? Yeah.
And I didn't die. I couldn't believe I didn't die.
And just kept coming back.
Yeah.
So you had no idea when you got it how many episodes you'd be in.
Well, no, that is untrue. I knew by nature of it that I was contracted to do 7 out of 8 episodes.
Oh, wow.
But to me, that meant that they were hedging their bets. Like, let's keep her nearby in case the real stars get sick and we need to do a scene with her.
Right.
But certainly not that I would have the breadth of role that I ended up having.
Oh, man, what a treat.
I can't believe it still.
When you, I don't want to give too much away from the journey of it, but that, when you're unwrapping the my wife and I were just cringing, just like, oh, our heart broke for you. It was just like, because you could see yourself being in that kind of a situation. You think it's so hopeful, and then it just keeps going on, and it's not going well. Oh my Lord!
The writing is it feels like every actor's dream, the writing, but also all these bits that I got to play feel like monologues from the next book of actors' audition monologues.
Yeah,
and
right.
even these moments of, like you say, the unwrapping scene at the bar.
Yeah.
Even that, just the time that they allowed that to play out. Kudos to them, because a lot of people would say, okay, we need to get on with the business, get on with the story.
Yeah.
But in that moment, to them, that was the story, and it served its purpose.
It really did.
Poor Anne.
It was so awkward. Did they drag out the audition? Did you get it?
No, so I had the initial audition was just with Sherry Thomas in person, and that was my first in-person audition since before COVID.
Yeah, I haven't been in one.
No, it is just not happening.
No,
so I was just
everything's
happy literally just happy to be there. Just
Right,
happy to
something
be in
to
a
do.
room, something to do.
Yeah, you get a little pass, and you get to park your car.
Yeah, you get to park your car.
God, and go see
I
people.
mean,
What a dream.
That was a dream. And then about a month later, maybe they said, we're going to do a Zoom callback with Tina, Tracy, and Lang. And that's when I started to get scared, like, oh, this isn't just a Make-A-Wish situation. I really am getting to have a shot at this.
Right.
And that I did from home
Right.
with Sherry Thomas. And then pretty soon found out after that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so nice. How much did you love the role?
Oh, I mean, I loved it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love her.
What's your favorite part of her?
I love that I can sink into it. I don't have to put on something, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
There are I get cast sometimes as the sort of know-it-all, and I don't. And those outfits are uncomfortable. Know-it-alls wear uncomfortable shoes and tight pants. And she wears comfy sweaters and her hair is a mess.
Yeah.
And she's surprised by everything. And so all I have to do is show up and react.
Yeah.
And be
She
my
has a power
age.
though. She
has a power, and I think
Yeah.
she may come into more power. I would assume she's at least trying to find what her power is.
Yeah.
Moving forward, but I know nothing about what's coming next, nor do I want to know.
Right. How long did it take for you and Steve Carell to stop fighting on set?
It hasn't stopped. I just heard from his lawyer on the way in here right now. I want to say the 9th lawsuit. He's impossible to work with.
Yeah. He's kind of, I guess, the opposite of Paul Rubens.
There we go. There we go. Steve, I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's
a
great.
dream.
Yeah.
He's just such a mush. He's a dream. And I, almost every scene I had to stop myself from just in the middle, just breaking and going, oh my God, you're Steve Carell. Coleman Domingo, what are you doing? Tina Fey. It's still shocking. And I need to stop saying that because it's getting a bit ridiculous.
You deserve it.
But no, that's not what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
But after a while, it's like, get over it.
I know, but can I give you from the outside?
Yeah.
From the outside world? I know what you mean, because I've been in situations where you're like, you watch yourself like when it comes out or whatever, and you're like, how did that happen? How did I get with those two people?
Yeah.
But anecdotally, from the outside, it's the most non-surprising thing. You should be there with those
I
people.
thought you were going to say you complete me.
You complete me.
That's maybe a step too far.
That's if I get
really,
to be a part
really
of this
wanting that
next
role.
season.
Okay.
No,
Well,
but really,
thank you
but
for saying
honestly,
so.
and I'm not blowing smoke.
Thank
It's like
you.
literally just watching you for so long in so many funny things. And you completely are a peer of those people.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
next season when I come back here,
Yeah.
I am going to be so full of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know. Then you will have people. Sometimes we get people that bring people.
Oh, all my people. I mean, my people are going to have people. And I'm going to say, of course I'm in this. Of course I'm great in this.